Cheered up when he comes back. Right. Not right. Right, here we go. Take 2. With the game actually being shown this time. Hey guys, this is Tethis here, and today we are back to play through to Grisaia again. So, the last episode we met Yuji Kazami, who is the MC, not the rapping MC, the main character MC. He has a strange background, but I will not go into this because I am not going to spoil it. He has moved from somewhere, and he came to where this school that he has joined is. Now, all that we know is he works for a company called Ishigaya, as we know from an interrogation from the police that he has for loitering around. We got picked up after the interrogation, or we walked to the school. I think we got picked up by what's the face? The principal, but I can't think of a name. We got picked up by the principal, and we got took to school, which happens to have 5 girls in, and there's only 5 girls in there. So, we learned that Yuji wants to have a normal life, which raises suspicion on what he has been through. And we had a tour of the school with the principal, whose name I'm going to remember right now by going into sound. Chizuru. There we go. Chizuru took us around the school, and we then met up with... No, she didn't take us around the school, sorry. No, she told us about the school, and then we met up with Sachi, who is a maid. She's also one of the students. She took us around. I'm not too sure if we met Amane in Makina as of yet. I'm not too sure. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, there we go. So, yeah. We met Sachi, she took us around the school. She told us that she is a maid as well as a student. And she wears a maid outfit. I'm not too sure if we met Makina and Amane. We might meet them later. But yeah. That's enough for the recap. So we go again. Because I was streaming this about half an hour before, without realising I didn't have the gameplay showing. I had the stream starting soon. So I've gone back to the start of where we were. Anyway, so after Sachi's tour ended, I took another look around the interior of the building on my own. By the time I returned to my room, the sun is already low in the sky and the light growing dim. Should probably put this stuff away before it gets dark. Opening my backpack, I pull out the contents and begin to put them away on the shelves I've been provided with. It's a real help that I've got a closet. Things I can leave in a visible place and things to be stowed away in the back. To Find my possessions between the two, the latter are clearly more numerous. Normal, huh? While looking over my mountain of luggage, I mutter in a self-deprecating tone. As I work, the sun sinks leisurely into the sea. (2011) 2nd of the 6th, 2011, which is 2nd June. My usual time, 4:45 AM. I woke up my usual way and ran the course I'd marked down mentally on my way here. To tell the truth, when I was stopped by the policeman yesterday, it was because I'd been wandering back and forth in the same place. There we go. So it looks like he was planning to bomb the place. I've been planning out a possible marathon route, in other words. I woke at the usual time, ran at the usual time, and now I'm eating my usual breakfast menu. No different from the days when I was living together with my master in the mountains. My standard tempo of living. If there is a difference, it's limited to a slight surprise I felt when I opened my eyes and found a roof over my head. During my hike from Yamanashi, I'd gotten used to sleeping in the open. So when I woke up inside a room, there was a slight feeling of unease as I thought, right, I'm living in a dorm now. Mild discomfort hasn't disappeared even now as I'm eating my corn cereal, so I'll settle down inside a new layer until it's ingrained with your scent. Even so, I'll start living at a tempo every day from now on, going to school every morning, so there's no real need to rush things. If I actively spend every day packing myself with potentially useful knowledge, someday this sort of lifestyle might come naturally to me. The effort strikes me as a little troublesome, but as my master once told me, when it comes to your life and women, a little bit of trouble is just about right. Speaking of women, they're a simple bunch, but that doesn't make them any less difficult to handle. I learned that much in my first year living with my master. My master's words: when you're a brat, running fast is enough to make you popular. When you're a middle schooler, the guys who can fight will be the popular. And after that's the guys with brains who get the girls. She's not wrong. In other words, run, punch and read books and you'll never run dry. What do you think? Short and sweet, right? Yes, I know I've done a male's voice for a female. But she's dead. Well, spoiler, but yeah, she's dead. So doesn't matter, it's a memory. That was her theory, at least. Things she said are always ridiculously simplistic. Honestly, I ignored those words of a snort the first time I heard them. But my master was a woman who put her beliefs into practice. Every morning she made me run, and every day she hit me with a stack of books. It's not very nice, you can't hit people with books. Although I don't know if she's to blame, I still run 16 kilometres every morning and habitually read books whenever I feel I have free time. Sometimes she was harsh, sometimes she was sweet. She would emit an abrasive, overpowering aura at times, but every once in a while she could be so gentle that I thought my brain would melt out my ears. That was my master, a woman of a sizable build who was nonetheless very picky about little things. I've had a hard time dealing with large women ever since those days, but being aware of the fact that doesn't mean I can't fix it. Doesn't mean I can fix it. Yeah. It's not like I dislike them on a conscious level, but whenever I see a tall woman, I can't help but feel wary out of pure instinct. If you ask why I'm bringing this up all of a sudden, well, that would be because I've just been reminded there's a large woman at the school as well. I remember now. We don't meet Makina and Amane properly. We see them through the gates with Makina chasing Amane with a cicada. I remember now. So yeah, this is Makina speaking here. Here we go. Owie, if you do it that hard, I'll break. Hey, stop squirming, sit still already, and spare me up wake. Hey, hello again. This place is a student dormitory. It's of course only natural that the community students would already be living here, and it's entirely probable that they have their own rules I don't know yet. They also need to be screenshotted. There we go. Since this place is a student dormitory, it's of course only natural that a community of students would already be living here. I've already read that. Also, my country hit fresh from the rural areas of Yamanashi, so it goes without saying, I'm poorly versed in the customs and rituals of this land. No way of penetrating the depths of significance that might be hiding in an action at a glance looks to be a simple case of bullying. What game's this? What are the rules? Huh? Puzzle faces staring back at me are familiar. It's a little girl slash big woman combo I arbitrarily named the Sakaki sisters when I first arrived at the school yesterday. They're not sisters! Who are you? Who'd you think? I think someone once said that answering a question with a question is a proof of stupidity. Oh, I know where that's from. Because I've seen the anime adaptation. I know where that's from. I'm not going to spoil it. Because I can't remember whose route it goes off of. Yeah, anyway. So, I suppose that means I'm irredeemably stupid. Please call me moron, boy, as if we've been friends for 10 years. Cicada sisters. Cicada sisters? I saw the pair of you from the gate yesterday. One of you was just swinging a cicada around, and the other was shrieking, if I remember correctly. You saw a bit of a weird side of us. Can you forget that happened? Well, I'll see what I can do. Hey, will you be the new student transferring in today? Yeah, because I'm a Yuji. Good to meet you. Thrust out my right hand, but the tall woman in front of me doesn't show any sign of grasping it. She's stiffened on the spot, staring fixedly at my face. It looks as if she's even forgotten to breathe, because she knows. She knows. I know. I don't know if Erd knows. Erd, if you're back, do you know? Something wrong? Huh? Do you mind, Amane? Thank you. Huh? Right, the handshake, sorry. The big woman's frozen expression suddenly melts and she lightly shakes my hand. It's an unexpectedly small but decidedly cold hand. Kazami... Yuji? Yuji-kun, huh? I see, I'm Sue Amane. Nice to meet you, Yuji-kun. Come on, Makina, are you going to introduce yourself? Why do I... Not gonna bite. Your name? Makina. Irisu Makina. Iris Makina? Iris is a Greek god, and isn't Makina a Latin word? Literally translated, it'd be something like Mecha Rainbow Goddess. What country are you from? You might not guess it from the way it sounds, but... It's, Iri, Sue, and Makina. Irisu Makina. She's Japanese. Was she speaking English just now? She's a bit linguistically confused. She flew around all sorts of foreign countries with her parents up until she was 6 years old. I see. Well, good to meet you. Staring at my outstretched hand in silence, Makina clings to Amane's back as if trying to hide herself. What's wrong? Sorry, I was on my phone. I should be doing that. Sorry, this girl's pretty shy around strangers. She's not really used to boys. Oh, my chair's on my phone charger. No. Just gonna charge my phone a sec. I will be back in about like 4 seconds. Right, there we go. Right, okay. She spent a long time in the hospital for one thing. She hasn't met many guys around her age. I think she's a little confused on how to deal with you. I'll withdraw the hand I've been holding up towards Makina. I need to force her to deal with me in the first place, I guess. It's fine. If we spoil her like that, she'll never change. Go on, Makina. How about a handshake? Don't give me a. Kids who can't manage a proper greeting don't get any snacks. Is don't get any snacks supposed to be an effective threat in this day and age? Or so I thought. Hearing those words, Makina bites her lip tightly and extends her right hand toward me with a strained expression. Oh, so cute. I gently clasp a small hand and put on the natural looking fake smile I learned from my master. Because I'm a Yuji, good to meet you. I'm Irisu Makina. Nice to meet you. Sorry, that might be. We might go with that for the thumbnail. I don't know which one we're going to go for yet. Her voice is small and marked by a distinct lisp. And I have not given her a lisp. She doesn't need one. Her hand is as tiny as her body, and it's hot like that of a child. That could have been taken out of context if I didn't have that like. Oh dear. Her hand is hot like a child. See? He's not so scary, right? Let's not just say hello. How about you two talk a bit? What's your favourite animal? I like dogs. What about it? An answer before the question this time. I'm not really the indecisive sort. I don't hesitate when I need to come up with an answer, even more so when I have an important decision to make. If I had to fail him without even trying, I'd rather take action, even at the risk of a mistake. Oh, very cool. Are you mocking me? Perish the thought. Why'd you laugh? Why do you think? I've heard answering a question with another question is a sign of stupidity. Oh my, I suppose that means I'm an idiot. From now on, please call me Moron Girl, as if we've been friends for 10 years. Got it, Moron Girl. Oh. I'm laughing now, I'll say that again, and it won't end well. What a troublesome woman. Oh? You're leaving already? I feel like being late on the first day. It's still an hour until class starts, you know. I'm used to waiting. I kill time sightseeing over there or something. I'm not going to say it's a bad idea, but it seems a little weird. I get out a lot. Well, I'll see you in class. Yuji-kun, wait a sec. What? Mind if I ask you a question as well? It's something I can answer. Apologies for the yawn if you heard that. Well... Uh... Sorry, never mind. If you've got something to say, spit it out, no need to hold back. I'll ask you a little later, after I've got my thoughts together. I see. Don't understand the thought patterns of a large women. My master will probably say, if you don't understand by now, you never will. My own thoughts are more along the lines of, even if I could understand, why bother? Well then. Having said that to Amane, confronted with the fact that there are no sights particularly worth seeing here. It's easily an hour until the start of class, so I've obviously woken up too early. Well, still better than being late, I guess. I'm just going to move my mic over a sec. I don't know where to. I know. Need to take out the cable organisation from behind the monitor. Hold on. There we go. Should be able to move it freely now. Might move it onto the mouse pad, you know. Yeah, we'll do that. There we go. Which means I can now open my drawer, apparently. I can now lean back on my chair. And you can still hear me. There we go. Ow. I clipped my finger. Anyway. Might as well go wait in the classroom now. Right, after I mumble those words, just to begin walking down the hallway. Michiru! I've missed that. She goes, What the? I'm making my way toward the classroom. The principal had described yesterday. I hear something resembling a scream. No, not a scream exactly. The hell? There doesn't seem to be an emergency situation. I'm certainly a bit concerned by this sound. It's dramatically out of place in the otherwise quiet morning schoolhouse. For the time being, I decide to approach. Peering inside through the hallway window, I find a single woman shouting in the direction of the blackboard. Just for the fact that she's wearing a uniform, it'd seem that she's a student here, like Sachi, Amane, and Makina. Apparently oblivious to my presence, she doesn't yawn. Sorry about that. Apparently oblivious to my presence, she continues her routine. Moment complete, and next up, after deeply inhaling, 1, 2, I'm not doing that again. All in one breath, she fairly let loose a string of syllables familiar as a vocal tuning session. Vocal tuning exercise, not vocal tuning session. Alright, I said it in one breath. Nice work, me. That is I. I'm telling you to do what I say. That's not it. This is no good at all. I'm telling you to do what I say. Yeah, oh, why did I do my voice? Yeah, that was good, I think. Moving on. It's not like I did it for your sake or anything. Turn the mobile pad in the hand, she awkwardly but forcefully rattles off phrases one after the other. Seems like it'd be best to ask her what she's doing directly. Just blow up the door. It's the broadcasting club. In response to my question, or more likely my entrance, the woman leaps up in shock and draws back a good 3 meters. Desks and chairs clutter dramatically in her wake. Clatter, not clutter. Don't yawn. Stop yawning. Don't do it. I need to wake the fuck up. I might have been hasty to assume that from the vocal exercises. The drama club seems plausible as well. She'd be saying some kind of lines. Huh? Who are you? Who do you think you are? Getting ready to rephrase my question, the woman preempts me with her own. Me? Because I'm a Yuji. I'll be transferring here as of today. A transfer student? Here? Yeah. Nodding, I walk a few steps forward and stand in front of the woman. So, you need some sort of rehearsal after all? Sorry if I interrupted. So if you couldn't tell, this is Michiru. She is pretending to be a tsundere. Don't know why. Anyway, I'm not acting at all, not at all. That's just me. That's how I am. So don't worry about it. No, worry about it. Which is it? Forget it already. Just sit down. I don't quite follow, but if I start asking questions, it'll probably get even noisier. So I choose a path of least resistance. Thank you. It's quite late and not shouting. Stay cool, stay cool. He's a transfer student, so the first impression is crucial. You can do this, Michiru. As I fell down on a chair, the woman mutters to herself in a low but perfectly audible voice. I'm Mashishima Michiru. Good to meet you. Contrast, she delivers her self-introduction with an artificial brightness. That's so. Initials MM, huh? Yeah, but it's not like that makes me a massive masochist or anything. Oh, this got me before. I'm not promise. I'm tired. Okay. I'm not tired, I promise. But the thing that got me about this is it's very clever. And I like it. Nobody said anything remotely like that. Sorry about... that's not what you... no. That's not... no, I've done it again. That's what you were implying. Trying to be called a masochist that badly? Of course not, that doesn't even make any sense. Quite an energetic woman. Drops the subject and forges boldly on ahead.
このクラスで委員長的なことをしているわ。だから何か困ったことがあったら私に相談してもいいのよ。
Well, I do some representative type sort of stuff for this class. So if you run into any problems, you might want to request my advice. What does it sort of mean?
それは委員長は他にいるからよ。その辺融通は聞かせなさいよ。
You know, because there's another class rep, so, well, stop nitpicking. Fair enough.
妙に物分かりがいいわね。まあいいわ。
You're suspicious. Oh, why have I done my voice again? You're suspiciously understanding. Well, that's fine, but woman's voice suddenly grows quieter.
前もって聞いておくけど、あなたは冗談が通じる方？
I'm asking in advance, how are you with jokes? I'm call myself an enthusiast.
聞いておいてよかった。
Glad I asked. Just clears her throat effectively.
あなたは私のことを特別に名前で呼んでいいことにするわ。本当は名付けで呼ばなきゃいけないんだけど、許してあげる。
Okay, there we go. Alright, I'll make an exception and let you call me by my first name. But alright, you should be addressing me as Mashishima-sama, but I'll grant you special permission.
なんかまずいこと言っちゃったかな。テンプルではこれでいいはずなんだけど。
Give me 2 seconds. Jesus, we've been streaming for 1 hour 20 already. It's mad. Right, we'll go again. Crap, did I screw up? It should have been fine according to the template. Maybe the Sama thing was overdoing it after all. Oh, Jesus, isn't easy. What the fuck was that? Let me try that again. You want me to call you Michiru, right? Yes? Yeah, that's good. That's fine. She comes to herself and nods emphatically. Apparently satisfied with this result. Next, she takes a colourful wafer of some sort out of a small container and crunches down on it vigorously. What are you eating? Huh? You can't have any. I wasn't asking, I was just wondering what those were. It's just Ramune candy. That's no, it's only your business. That's so. The way you were showing them off, I was pretty sure you'd want me to ask. I need to not do that. Shut up already, it's not like I was eating them for your sake or anything. That went pretty well now, just now. I think that was solid, very convincing. I might just be unexpectedly good at this. I just threw my keys onto my bed. There's a strange sense of deja vu from my phrasing just now. From what? Oh. What was it? One of those long advertisements they put up inside trains? I do ride them often, the few I've seen stand out in my memory. Right, they reprinted this idiotic article from a woman's magazine about how to make men fall for you. Oh, become a soon apparently. Purposely treat them coldly at first in order to create a contrast for your affection when you make your move. Why are you lost it before all of a sudden? Dang, what did I do in this situation? I guess I can understand if you're awestruck by my beauty. No, wait, isn't that an entirely different character? Hold on a second. She's supposed to be a tsundere. That's not it. That's not it at all. I mean, it is, yeah, but crap. Why would you come and say it? She covers her mouth with her left hand and staggers backwards in apparent shock. Oh no. The action's a bit puzzling, but I think it probably hit the bullseye. I see. I think I understand. Playing a tsundere in an attempt to attract male attention, yes? So what's the point? I'm not clear on, like, that hair. Why are you bleaching it? This is my natural colour. Totally genuine. Please, a genuine blonde's more natural tone, not that artificial looking gold colour. I've known of you. Leave me alone. There weren't any better colours at the hair salon. So, next time I happen to visit America, remind me to pick you up some better hair dye. So as I was saying, why bleach it? And that hairstyle's a little odd too. It's not what I see too often. This is the way it has to be. There's nothing I can do about it. The way what has to be? The tsundere is a cursed existence. She begins to mumble her words under her breath as to emanate the cursed powers. Enumerate, sorry. My natural colour is strong, so even if I bleach it, I have to leave it for an entire day. The over-the-counter stuff is rough on the skin, so I go out on my way to order online from some company in Toyohashi. Frankly, it's all a huge nuisance. Just to describe the tsundere curse in the first person seems a bit strange. Pointing that out would only prolong this, so I'll leave it be. But you're going to be blonde and have twin tails, otherwise you won't be recognised as a genuine tsundere. So it's actually not a genuine tsundere, because she doesn't have twin tails, and she's got pink hair. Natsuki's a fake soon. According to Michiru's logic, anyway. But this is what... No, this is who I am, so don't you dare deny my identity. Michiru jabs out an index finger in my direction and... I think it's gotten to the point that her tsundere-ness is visibly fake. Well, it was anyway, but you can definitely tell. Even like MC could tell this. Not UG MC, like DDLC MC. You could tell at this point this isn't a real act, and he's dense as shit. Anyway, Tsundere means blonde and twin tails, understood? No, I demand that you understand. That rhymed. She runs out of breath. In grand style, the curtain finally drops on Michiru's one-woman show. The echoing of her ragged breathing is the only sound the otherwise silent classroom. Exactly 30 seconds pass. Why aren't you saying anything? It's tough being a tsundere. Got it. Oh. I'm not sure if that wasn't what she was looking for, or if she's just lost the will to go on, but Michiru glares at me while emitting a sound reminiscent of a malfunctioning industrial machine. I go over a drowning horse. Horse? Why would it be a horse? A drowning animal, I'd go with. Anyway, let's go along with Michiru. I don't want to get along with you. Why don't you get along with yourself? By yourself. It goes without saying, I plan to get along just fine on my own. Don't call me a baka, you bitch. That's supposed to be the part where you're storing confusion, idiot. It really isn't easy being a tsundere, is it? Leave me alone, go away! Finally breaking down, Michiru begins flinging waste paper, permanent markers, and anything else lying around in my direction in an attempt to drive me off. You're crying. Sorry, my bad. She was. I'm not crying, you jerk. It's just tears. My attempt at an apology seems to only fuel her anger, so in the end I decided temporary withdrawal was in fact called for. Class is starting in another 15 minutes, but I should be fine. Just kill some time somewhere. Not by yawning. Oh. Hey, Sachi and Amane. Where's Makina? Why is she not there? Anyway. Morning! Good morning! Why are Amane and Sachi's voices the same? Good morning! Good morning! There we go. These are different. 5 minutes before the start of class, practically the moment after I re-enter the classroom, Amane and Sachi arrive. Tsundere familiar is looking at me with naked aggression, but noticing the arrival of the others. Morning, Amane, Sachi. Using even the performance in question, she promptly called out to them. Ah, good morning to you, Michiru-sama. I'm not shouting that, you can go with that. The instant her greeting is returned, Michiru runs over noisily and shakes her hands in front of Sachi. Is something the matter? Sachi, I thought I asked you to quit it with that. The Michiru-sama thing, I mean. But you said I absolutely had to address you this way, Michiru-sama. That was just a joke. Could we try to format and re-enter that data just this once, maybe, please? Michiru, while glancing over in my direction for some reason, desperately entreats Sachi. Stop it. Amane, leaning on a desk, seems to be occupied with trying to hold in her laughter. As am I, Amane. Oh no, don't upset Sachi. You made her cry. Michiru. But I was told absolutely, so I was only... Don't cry, don't cry. Hold on a second. This is an order, an order. How could you go from crying to being happy? Sachi. Understood. I don't cry. Michiru speaks. Sachi's tears abruptly vanish as if someone threw a switch. That's literally what I just said. Michiru watches her cautiously, sweating heavily. Heavily? Heavily. Sheesh, fine, whatever. I'm not gonna force you or anything, so call me whatever you want. Certainly, Michiru-sama. It's too late for me to do that, so... Oh, why did I sniff? It's a snort, Society. Michiru staggers her way back to her seat. Oh, she looks broken. Oh, with all the vitality of a limp rag. Feeling alright, Michiru-sama? You evil fuck. I'll kill you. Sorry, just wanted to give it a try. Michiru collapses weakly onto her desk. Morning. Morning. Okay, there's lisping sounds from the rear of the classroom. Lisping voice sounds from the rear of the classroom. Seems like she might not be used to my presence yet, judging from the way she beelines straight for Amane, hides herself behind her, and steals glimpses at me. Aww. She's so adorable. Look at her. Morning, your shyness of terror, men, or whatever, continues to impress me. Makina, it's alright. He might be a bit of a pain in the neck, but this guy doesn't seem like a shady character or anything. Oh, you don't know the half of it, Michiru. Appreciate it, Michiru. We're just antagonising her at this point. It's not like I did it for your sake or anything. Perfect, that was absolutely perfect just now. Keep up the good work. Having a large woman, this bunch seems to be present seems to present quite a variety of communication difficulties. Nothing but fantastically normal students here, eh, Principal? As if in response to my sarcasm with the chiming of the opening bell. Good morning. The perfectly normal principal appears before my eyes. Hey. Wait a second, there's only 4. She arrived at the beginning of the school day. I noticed a difference from the information I'd heard yesterday. Sakaki, she's not here yet. No. Shut up. Nice to see everyone. Not quite. Standing at the podium, the principal noticed the irregularity at a glance. Sakaki-san is absent today, I suppose. Tone seems to be asking if anyone's familiar with the circumstances. Probably just taking advantage of her flexible working hours again. What else is new? Sure enough, she hasn't been here much except the evenings for a while now. What's going on, Yumi-chan? I wonder if something happened. Apparently I'm not the only one with questions about our lone truant. Oh well. Chirizu, are you done? Thank you. Oh well, I hope to introduce Kazami-kun, but I'm sure you'll run into each other eventually. You're strangely tolerant.
じゃあ出席を取ります。
You done? Cool. There are some circumstances involved. Alright, I'll be taking attendance. From an open window, the tide flows into the room. Perhaps because the walls and steel fences surround us on all sides, it's not easy to remember that this place is in fact close to the sea. In contrast to the blue skies and intimidations of freedom, the grey of those just fences speaks of denial and rejection. While my classmates raise their voices energetically, I pass the time staring into that sky. School life, huh?
ここが視聴覚教室です。すべての席にリスニングとヒアリングの機材が揃えられていて、語学学習にも適しています。
This is the idea of visual classroom. All the seats are equipped with a full range of listening devices, so it's well suited for studying languages. Looks that way. I can tell from regards this place is well equipped. Using the time after the homeroom period, I'm getting a small introduction to the school's facilities from Sachi. Normally this would be the principal's job, but she seems to be occupied with office duties. By office duties, I mean official duties. So I'm getting another tour from our class rep.
ライブラリはすべて外部にあるサーバーと高速回線でつながっていて、いつでも短時間で検索し、鑑賞することができます。
The library is constantly connected to an external server by a high-speed line, so it's possible to quickly find and retrieve a variety of high-quality material at any time.
だから、ここには DVD とかブルーレイとかは一本もないんです。
Therefore, there's no stock of DVD or Blu-ray discs whatsoever. To make checking a movie out impossible, I guess.
そうですね。Amaneさんはそれで前に残念がってました。
That's right. Amane-san was also disappointed about that at first. So she smiles a bit wryly as she speaks. Most of the stuff's probably in that pamphlet somewhere, but Sachi's explanations are comparatively to the point, clear and easy to understand. Seems she's actually quite intelligent.
過去に放送されたテレビ番組も全部ではありませんが、鑑賞することができます。
There's also a fairly good selection of previously broadcasted television programs available.
ないものについては請求して承認されればサーバーに入れてもらえますので。
If you can't find what you're looking for, you can submit an application. If approved, they'll add it to the server. So they weren't that sloppy on the casting after all.
何のドラマの話ですか?
Huh? What shows are you talking about? School drama currently being broadcast. Don't go all DDLC on me now. Huh?
以上になります。
That concludes the tour. Why did it take all day? Having completed a general review of the school's facilities, Sachi's explanation comes to an end. And if there's only 6 students in the school, why is it so big? Thanks, it was a big help.
いえ、これもクラス委員の仕事ですから。
Not at all. These are my responsibilities as class rep after all. I guess so.
それより風見さんはまだここに残るんですか?
More importantly, Kazami-san, you're not leaving yet? Yeah, there's still a classmate I haven't met yet after all.
そうですね。
I suppose so. Hey, Sakaki. Hearing my response, Sakaki's brisk tone gives way to a hesitant mood. I have got issues with reading, apparently. Hearing my response, Sachi's brisk tone gives way to a hesitant mumble. What?
いえ、なんでもないです。すみません。
No, it's nothing. Please don't worry about it. After a brisk bow, she quickly runs off down the hallway. Do I trigger a death flag just now? I don't think there's a single person in the world who wouldn't worry about that kind of ominous foreshadowing. Well, that might be an overstatement. There are some pretty carefree people out there. I'm just not one of them. Seems like it'd be best to be on my guard, or more so than usual. The light flooding in through the windows has shifted from overhead to my side. It'll be that long until the sun sets. Apart from Sachi, I walk the empty hallway alone. Surroundings are very nearly soundless thanks to my habitually quiet footsteps. However, inside the stillness, I sense a definite presence at my destination. I need to find that. I've just dropped something off of my chair. There it is. Does not fuck around in my chair. She finally show up. A faint sound in the interior of the previously silent classroom. That confirmation, I slowly open the door. We don't get no gently opening doors here. Huh? Why did I do a man's voice? Huh? Then I enter the classroom, tension fills the air. Behind a window seat desk in the middle of the classroom, a chair rattles its occupant, and its occupant turns towards me. My immediate impression of the girl, she doesn't appear particularly friendly. Yo. May not be the most polite first greeting, I call her casually as I approach in order to demonstrate my lack of malicious intent. Sakaki Yumiko, right? Her expression doesn't change. Sitting on the chair, absolutely shocked still, she stares fixedly at me. I'm Kazami Yuji, I'm a new student here as of today. To a halt in front of a desk. So I'll be a classmate as well, it seems. Pulling out a chair from the desk in front of her, I sit down. At the moment, we're about a metre apart. Nonetheless, the woman stares at me so tensely that seems to be forgetting to breathe. Rather than staring, her expression could probably be more accurately described as glaring. I wasn't able to introduce myself in the morning. Heard you'd probably be around in the evening. Keep talking regardless. Well, no response is forthcoming. Maybe she's got a psychological problem with men, like Makina. And again, she didn't try to run when I approached her. Changing my position on the seat to face her directly. Rather than the chair, I lean forward slightly. The motion that has closed the 1 metre gap between us down to about 70 metres. Social distance. I'd like to at least confirm your identity. Hey, as if to declare a refusal to acknowledge my existence, the woman stands from her seat and briskly moves to exit the classroom. How about at least responding to me? I follow her immediately. The woman opens the classroom's rear door, just enough for one person to pass, and tries to slip away outside. Hey! Calling out again, I try to follow her through that gap. That moment, the woman forcibly slams the door shut. She clearly closed it, knowing full well I was trying to follow. Huh? Her expression betrays surprise. Maybe she'd been expecting me to get my hand caught in the door or back off from it, having it slammed in my face. Instead, the door she'd attempted to slide closed is firmly held open by my hand. An outcome she apparently hadn't been prepared for. You could have broken my hand, you know that? Although she's the one who was trying to shatter my fingers, she's glaring at me like I'm the bad guy here. What exactly did I do to deserve this from someone I've just met? I'm just looking for an introduction. Opening the half-shut door, I take a step forward. She doesn't back down. Quite the greeting. Shut the motion of her hand about 5 centimetres before its target. Isn't the most efficient block, but for the purpose of diffusing a reckless hostility, an easily comprehensible action seems necessary. I was expecting something of the sort, but you favoured a classic slap to the face, I see. Retaining my grasp on the woman's wrist, I stare her down at short range. The woman, she's staring right back, her eyes open wide with shock, completely still. Well then, let me ask you again. Strong orange glow of the evening sun illuminates the classroom. Are you Sakaki Yumiko? Her expression hostile as ever, the woman slowly opens her mouth. There is slight resignation, but clearly unwavering in a refusal of any relation to me, she speaks. What if I am? Okay, good to meet you. See, even the sun fell behind a cloud, as light dimmed, then the classroom filled with shadow. The sound of Yumiko's breathing and the faint roar of the waves from beyond the walls. The curtain was raised on my normal student life. Hey. So there's the end of day 1. Or is it day 2? Day 1 of the school day, anyway. We have been going for almost 2 hours. I'm gonna carry on. Because like 20-30 minutes of it was not the game. Then another I'd say probably like 40-50 minutes of it wasn't the game because I decided to wait for a herd. But yeah, anyway. The period of the school day before classes begin is hurting my throat apparently. No. The period of the school day before classes begin is fundamentally blank, meaningless time. So it's always best to arrive 20 minutes early, but preparing for a class takes 60 seconds at most, and after that, there's not much to do other than wander around awkwardly. Still, I've always imagined school life as a fairly relaxed experience. A part of me was actually wondering if a little aimless downtime might be enjoyable in its way. But unfortunately... What, again? Ooh, Slightly pitiful fantasy was shattered all too quickly. Of course, I'm not going to break a sweat from any attacking Yumiko's, but being slashed over with a blade isn't the kind of pleasant breather I had in mind. Oh. That's fine, nerd. You're here, that's the main thing. So you've only missed like the first day of the school where you just meet all the characters, essentially, and you've came back to Yumiko attacking us. I'm not sure when to stop yet though, so if you've only just come back, I'll carry on for a bit more. Legit spooky. It's not too bad. She's just not used to people yet. How did you dodge that? She thought it a particularly well-timed attack, judging from the shocked gaze she's directing at me as she catches her breath. She seems cool other than the knife brandishing. Used to people make sense then. Yeah. It's a very normal trait. You're not used to people, you go and try and slice them open with a knife. But yeah. Yeah, you've missed out on Michiru pretending to be a Soon. Which is quite funny. Did I skip that? Oh well. See if I can find that quickly. Oh no, we did say it. We did see that. Oh no. Seems. Yeah. Of course, given the conspicuous clicking sound and the plainly audible footsteps, she might as well have been screaming, "Here I come," but time moves at half speed in my immediate vicinity. Giving a straight answer would be a pain, so I'll pull something out of my ass. As you do. Huh? No way. Yeah, I'm just screwing with you. Make a fool of me. Oh, sorry. You done? There you go. Make a fool of me, will you? You'll pay for that. Maybe it's just me, but I think trying to stab your classmate is something worse. It's not a crime, so you actually get stabbed. Someone's copy of the criminal code seems to be missing their page on attempted murder. I mean, yeah. Judging from the way she momentarily brought my nonsense, she's unexpectedly airheaded. Maybe a bit naive would be the nicer way to put it. You'd better remember my face. There's only 6 of us here, it'd be hard to forget. You're making a fool of me again. That's not what I meant. Still glaring in my direction, Yumiko retracts the blade of a box cutter. She's a strange one, Yumiko. And snorting in displeasure leads with a flutter of her skirt. Hey, Amane. Didn't take long for you to land yourself in a mess, Yuji-kun. No return to the classroom, Amane strikes up a conversation. Guess the story of the knife assault in question has already spread around the classroom, as my problem with Yumiko seems to be common knowledge. It's not like she's doing me any harm, but I can't say I'm enjoying this. Our first encounter, I approached a stubbornly silent Yumiko in a physical sense. Oh yeah, I don't know if you hear first. We walked up to her, she was just sat there, tried to speak to her, and she tried to slap us. It's quite funny. The outcome was her initial act of rejection. In part, that might have been the result of my own heightened wariness. Wariness. Sachi's heavy-handed foreshadowing put me on guard, and I have a tendency not to trust someone I'm meeting for the first time. Guess so. At the time, while I certainly felt animosity from her, it wasn't so intense as to discourage me from approaching. Oh, pardon me. It's burp on stream. However, from our second encounter on, Yumiko bared open hostility towards me. It's worse, apparently, having come to the conclusion that she wasn't a match for me barehanded, she's been swinging around a box cutter of all things. Oh, nah, you know what? She's got it. According to Amane, it seems that Yumiko has something of a habit of brandishing retractable knives at people. Yep. Of course, the goal is usually more intimidation than anything else, but speaking as the target this time, I can sense there's a part of her that's seriously trying to stab me. It's not the best feeling in the world. Maybe she just recognised he was a rival. She does threaten us with her colours sometimes, but she never slashes us for real like that. I really prefer to avoid that kind of recognition. It's your own fault for approaching her all of a sudden. Didn't you realise it when you got near? She's got that glaringly obvious barrier around her personal space. Didn't notice. You look pretty strong, Yuji-kun. But that fake-headedness might prove fatal. I'm pretty perceptive when my life's in danger, but I don't really feel that level of threat from Yumiko. Yuji-kun, I'm not feeling confident about your future love life. My master did say I was exceptionally unskilled in that department. Yeah, I am as well. Master? Anyway, I want to do something about Yumiko's aggressive rejection of me. For that purpose, I'll need to talk to someone familiar with the circumstances. Alright, we'll begin in homeroom. The attendance book in her hand as usual, a carefree principal appears. I guess Chizuru is the only one I can ask. In conclusion, Yumiko seems to hate me with a passion. Putting Sakaki-san aside, I think I can understand why someone might hate you. Oh, let's hear it then. Oh, yourself! I couldn't think of anyone else to ask, and you've probably got the free time anyway. But I don't know if you barged into my office. Did you really need to insult me to my face as well? You said what I was thinking. Was I wrong? Of course you were. More or less. Got it. Deference to your feelings. No matter how much I think you're lazing around, I'll keep it quietly buried in my heart from now on. Good enough? I mean, that'd be a way to tell me that it's just going to make me worry about it every time we talk. What do you want from me? Spare me the vague complaints. What's your pleasure? He wonders why people hate him. Do you have an idea? Just forget it. As for the answer to your original question, Principal, cup in hand, lowers herself across from the sofa I'm reclining on. Sakaki-san has been a student of the academy since it was founded. Because her dad set it up. This place just opened recently, right? Fairly recently. It was established just about a year ago. She's been here since then. I see. What's that have to do with her rejecting me? Before responding to my question, she takes a sip of coffee from the cup in her hand. It's frightening to have an intruder enter your territory. Frightening? Absolutely. Until now, there's only been people she could understand here, and now there's a suspicious member of the opposite sex approaching her. Principal Tachibana takes a pen in her empty hand and jabs it towards me to emphasize a point. Therefore, she's trying to eliminate that intruder, I'd think. Hazing, is it? A bit of bullying comes with being a fresh recruit, but I didn't expect the same here. If this is bullying, I don't think I've ever seen a stranger case. Apparently unconvinced by the idea of Sakaki stealing my lunch money, Principal Tachibana hides a snort of laughter behind her hand. Although it's certainly amusing considering the balance of our physical strength, I don't see how I can manage a decent student life at this rate. I'm honoured to have provided a moment of amusement for our perpetually overworked principal. I came here hoping to have a path toward overcoming this challenge, illuminated by your educational guidance. It feels like he came here to bully me. Cranky from beginning to end, ultimately, Principal didn't provide me with any useful advice. It's what school was like, so I'd figure it out for yourself. Normal school life means a few problems like this. Do have to admit, she managed to dodge the issue reasonably well with that last line. In any case, since she didn't have any clear answer for me, I'm left no choice but to do as she says and try to work on this over time. It's not really my style to go with a flow like this, but if that's a proposal in my educational guide, there's no helping it. Looks like a sparring match at this point. Well, look at Julian's to playing with a fresh recruit. I was all a flutter at first, but I can't muster the slightest concern anymore. How do you keep? It was all going to the flow. Himiko's attacks have been continuous, without any particular change to the date. It's Yuji's fault for playing along. Hold on. Michiru, what do you want me to do? Get stabbed? Don't dodge it, cause no, don't dodge it. No, she stabs you once and then she'll stop. No, she doesn't like me. She's gonna murder me. Look, can you quit it already? Shut up. Ah. The movement's thrown off by my sudden sidestep. Himiko staggers forward unsteadily. She tries desperately to regain her balance, resulting in a ridiculous pose and strong contrast of her usual haughty demeanour. Michiru lets out an involuntary giggle at the spectacle. She's instantly pierced by Yumiko's furious glare. Sorry. What a wimp. Ignoring Michiru, she cowers behind the desk. Okay. Yumiko storms out of the classroom in a towering rage. Oh, I couldn't kill Yuji. Oh. I've had enough of this. There she goes. Feels like we've been watching reruns for a while now. So scary. What's with that glare? I can't even move when she does that. She would be paying for that one in blood. Alright, Makina, why are you going so evil all of a sudden? Quit it, Makina! Don't worry, this will be fun! For who? Us to watch it. Seems like this one are very familiar by now, with the exception of Michiru. Everyone seems perfectly calm. Even if this little routine didn't bother them, as a direct concerned party, it's problematic. To say the least, yeah, she's trying to fucking kill me. Hey, Amane. In response to my call, she points to herself with her index finger, silently asking me, do I know any other Amane? No. Oh, hello. When I nod, she approaches in the usual pointlessly sexy way. It's not very nice. What's up? Did all that playtime with Sakaki-san wear you out? Finally ready to seek comfort in my bosom? No, bosom, isn't it? Bosom? Sorry, do you actually want me to treat you like a sex worker? Okay. I see. I don't remember why she feels like that. No, why she acts like this. Anyway. Ooh. That's real nice. I might not mind every once in a while. Amane. No. I'll be sure to... Well, guess we know who Yuji's favourite is. I'm sure to keep that in mind, but that's not what I need to do. She's actually annoyed at that. Why is she annoyed at that? I'm an 8. Okay, so what then? You've known her, Yumiko, for a long time, right? Well, I've certainly known her for a little longer than the others have, but any ideas about the reason she's rejected me this intensely? Sorry, I don't know. It's kinda how she is, you know? To be honest, I haven't had many chances to talk with her except about practical stuff. I see. Oh, don't yawn. You did just get here, so maybe you'll gradually be able to sort to her, but at the moment I'm practically still at the default state of her myself. Certainly, Yumiko hardly seems to decide to open up and reveal herself to someone just because they've known each other for a while. Guess I'll have to find a solution myself after all. Thanks anyway. Let me know if anything comes to mind. Those words, I move to exit the classroom. Yumiko's rejection continues to take this form. I'll have no choice but to ask the principal's advice again. The moment I open the door, prepared to leave, Maybe she doesn't see you as one of us. I stop at the sound of Amane's voice. Hmm?
ユージ君ってさ、よそから来た人じゃん。そういうとこ、あの子は異物感があって嫌なのかもね。
Yuji-kun, you came in here from the outside. She might be thinking of you as an intruder because of that. Same thing as a principal, huh? Feel that way to you as well, Amane?
私はそんなことないわよ。ユージ君を全力で支援しちゃうから。
Not at all. I'm your fervent supporter, Yuji-kun. Of course. Well, it's not seriously given the flow of this conversation.
ユージ君のこと、仲間だって思ったら戦いも終わるかもね。
I think the war might end if you make her think of you as one of us. How do I do that, Amane? That doesn't help. I return to the door and wander the hallways without any particular objective. Compared to shut myself up alone in my room, it's easy to gather my thoughts. Is it? One other group, huh? I recall Amane's parting words. It's easy for her to say, but actually getting that island of a human being to recognise me as a friend seems next to impossible. First of all, we're not even on speaking terms yet. Oh, it's late already. Sun sinking below the window frame, casting shadows along the hall. About time for me to return to my room. Guess I'll try talking to her tomorrow. Scratch my head as I turn toward my bedroom. Sound of my slippers echoes roughly in the hallway. Yumiko might have her own set of internal rules since she hasn't tried to attack me even once while I'm inside the dome. I was particularly off my guard as a result of that assumption. Rather, it was probably because it happened at this particular time of day. Also, I reflect to myself later. Whee, there we go. Evening. A hallway in the dormitory lit by the setting sun. Flash of a frosting light, I react instinctively and grab her arm firmly. Her arm captured, Yumiko's face stiffens. The box cutter blade, still extended, rattles around at her feet, turning in circles around the handle. Trying for the element of surprise. Yumiko's expression changed from shock to fear. So it tips me off that I'm not wearing my peaceful face. Sorry, I came out of nowhere, so I couldn't hold back. I didn't want to frighten her. If I could play the normal student, I wanted to convince myself that I could. Look, Yumiko. Still gripping her arm, I look into her eyes and speak. I'm not your enemy. Yumiko's expression betrays uncertainty for just a moment. But just as quickly, it settles back into a customary mask. It doesn't look like you're convinced of that yet, so let me say one more thing. Releasing her arm, I pick up the box cutter lying in front of her feet. Carefully retracting the blade, I hold it out to Yumiko. I won't cause you harm and I won't pry into your business. Either. That's a promise, so stop this, it's pointless. Observe me and reach your own conclusions. If I'm lying, you can always try stopping me again. Stumbling, Yumiko retreats a single step. Bye. Turning around, I return to my room. Normally, Yumiko would seize such a chance to attack, but something's different now. The elongated shadow is still, and the hallway is silent except for the small sound of her breathing. On the next day. After that day, Yumiko's attacks came to an abrupt halt. Hopefully I can use this as an opportunity to slightly improve our relationship. Trying to live a normal campus life, so it'd be nice to minimise the number of classmates who want me dead. From 1 to 0. We're going for 2 hours. Yo. It's usual to call Yumiko's behaviour when we come across each other curt would be an understatement. At the very least, judging from the clearly different way she's looking at me, an observation period seems to be ongoing. Holy shit, she spoke. I want to ask you something. Answer unless you want to know my weakness.
それを聞こうと思っていたのに。
That was a question. What a shame. Go look for something else. She occasionally talks to me like this, but instead of friendly chat about our lunch plans, we have investigative inquiries and careful negotiations. Even so, it's a considerable improvement over outright bloodshed.
いつか絶対に弱点を握ってやる。
I'll find your Achilles heel someday. The idea of social interaction between classmates.
まだそうと認めたわけじゃない。
I haven't acknowledged you as my classmate yet. Right then. With my hands in an exaggerated American style hug. Shrug, sorry. Hug? Oh god. I have my hands in an exaggerated American style shrug. Well, good luck to you, Yumiko. It's time to leave before she starts probing me any further.
あのね、あなた。いい加減名前で気安く呼ぶのやめてくれない？
Look, you, stop calling me by my first name already. Seems like she's hung up on that point. After those events, I've been intentionally addressing Yumiko by her first name. Family name would actually be more appropriate here, but I've got a bit of a reason for doing this. Says to the woman who's never referred to me as anything but you.
だからといって、いきなり名前ってことはないでしょ？
Even so, that doesn't mean you get to start addressing me however you please. So you're saying as classmates we should both use last names? Clever, fair enough. Yumiko's expression clearly reads, oh crap.
なんであなたと同等の立場で呼び合わないといけないの？
What makes you think I'm going to address you as my equal? Isn't that a start point for building a cordial relationship?
だからといって。
Even so. Alright, in that case, I'll take our friendship to the next level by making up a pleasant nickname for you. Not to worry, you can do the same for... Oh, she's got the knife. Might be a little... Oh no, why have I done her voice? Might be a little early, too early for that. So I propose starting with the last names. Yumiko hesitates briefly. Before long, she opens her mouth stiffly and in a tight voice.
よろしくね、風見くん。
Best regards, Kazami-kun. Speaking those words with a cramped attempt at a smile, she stalks off. Yeah. Best regards, Sakaki. Thus, after great hardship, I finally succeeded in establishing an absolute minimum level of communication with my fifth classmate. Hey! Seems the student life thing is pretty rough in its own way. That's just girls. Oh, we've got all on a whole month. Was interesting. I think we're going to end it here though. Ow, my back. But there we go, yeah. It's an interesting episode. From the start where I forgot to show the gameplay. And then, yeah. So I'm thinking I'll edit that tonight maybe. I don't know. But no, I'm enjoying it so far. Because I believe the anime is derived from the game. I don't think it's the other way around. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. If you liked Fruits of Grisaia, then leave a like on the video. And yeah. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in another one. Let's save it here, actually. Oh. I'll do. I would like to quit the quit the fruit of Grisaia, thank you. There we go. So how was that? Did you enjoy it? From what you've seen? I'm probably gonna stream stream it again like not tomorrow because I'm gonna do Spark I Hope tomorrow. I think I'm gonna stream Fruit Grisaia again on Sunday, I think.